It is Graham here, living the dream in October 2020 at the gorgeous Sandals Grand Saint Lucia. In a recent video, I took you through the process that Fiona and I went through to prepare to travel to Saint Lucia during these strange times and therefore during the coronavirus pandemic. So in this video, I want to take you through the arrival process that we went through only 2 days ago at Saint Lucia's Huonora International Airport. Right, before I get into this video, I want to set some context. Fiona and I arrived on the British Airways service from London Gatwick on Tuesday the 6th of October 2020. So the process may have changed by the time you're watching this particular video. But the process of arrival in Saint Lucia applies to anyone arriving from outside the Eastern Caribbean bubble, including of course the United Kingdom, the United States and Canada. I've also edited this video on site here at the Sandals Grand Saint Lucia and I've uploaded it to YouTube using their free Wi-Fi. I don't have the same audio equipment that I would have at my home desktop setup back in Liv'n, so I apologise in advance that the quality of this video may not be up to my usual standard. But anyway, here we go with the arrival process in Saint Lucia on the 6th of October 2020. As I said earlier, you join us on Tuesday the 6th of October 2020 on board a British Airways 777 from London Gatwick at just after 1:15 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time on final approach into runway 10 at St Lucia's Huonora International Airport. And as you can see guys, it was raining pretty heavily. We were landing in a thunderstorm, which is pretty typical for this time of the day, this time of the year in this part of the world. As we pulled up on stand, the fantastic cabin crew aboard British Airways made it absolutely crystal clear to us that we all had to remain in our seats, because a representative from the St Lucian Health Authority would be boarding the aircraft and only after they were happy would we be disembarking. The Club World cabin, basically the business class cabin, was given permission to leave the aircraft first, and the great news was Fiona and I were first off the aircraft. As you can see, we both were wearing masks. In fact, the entire aircraft had been wearing masks for the whole 8 hours and 40 minutes of this flight across from London Gatwick, and we would continue to be wearing masks between here and the resort. Before we entered the terminal and the customs desk, we were directed into these tents, where we were first met by these scary looking ladies in their PPE who were there to check our temperature and check our paperwork before moving on to the next part of the arrival process. I know what you're thinking guys, I do believe Fiona and I had killed an Amazonian rainforest with all the paperwork required to enter St Lucia on this trip. This first part of the landing procedure only took a few minutes and Fiona and I were soon on our way to stage 2. Today our British Airways 777 was the only passenger aircraft landing at the airport, and I guess guys it can get quite busy at the weekends when the BA arrives at the same time as JetBlue, American Airlines and so on. At this second stage of the arrival process is where our paperwork was scrutinised in a lot more detail. The authorisation emails that we'd received at the beginning of this process were checked in a lot of detail along with our negative COVID test results. But to be honest folks, this only took less than 5 minutes and soon Fiona and I were on our way to the customs hall and immigration. And as most of you will understand, I stopped filming as we entered the Customs and Immigration Hall. And that's it guys, that was our experience landing in Saint Lucia on the 6th of October 2020. From the aircraft to being in that bus up to Sandals took less than 20 minutes. I will of course be publishing this as a full trip report on the 29th of October 2020, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you wish to follow Fiona and I as we enjoy Saint Lucia 2020. Thanks for watching.